Hey guys, I just wanted to let you know that the sound quality for my end of things on this episode is really poor, and I tried really hard to figure out how to take the tinniness out, and I'm struggling with that. So I do apologize for the quality, and I think it's still pretty listenable, but I apologize if there's any issues.
Hi everyone, welcome to this week's episode of Seracast. My name is Kess Crystal. I am a co-owner of Seraphim, and this is Del.
Hi, my name is Dell, Delicate Bee Flower. I am also the co-owner of Seraphim. Welcome to the Seracast.
Don't forget to check us out regularly at seraphinsl.com. I'm sure most of you already do. Please like and subscribe and hit the bell on our YouTube channel to get updates of when new videos go up.
Yes, definitely hit the bell. So we had some big news coming out of SL this week.
I saw that. This is exciting.
Yeah, so if you hadn't known, Linden has been testing like really large capacity regions at some big events over the past, I don't know, maybe 2 months, 3 months.
Yeah, I know Equal 10 and Uber for sure. I don't know about other ones.
So now they're rolling out these new regions that have 175 avatar limits. So up to 175 avatars per region. So this is really big for like events. This is really big for live venues that get really, really full entertainment venues, things like that. So what they're saying is that it includes 30,000 prims or 30,000 land impact, I guess. However, there's like a little note on there that says you're allowed to have 30K, but if you go over 20K, you're going to diminish your experience. So let's just call it what it is. It's a 20K land impact region.
I mean, I kind of feel like for what these sims are designed for, the purpose, you probably wouldn't want more than 20K anyway.
Right. Yeah, you'd like people out.
Yeah, because really the purpose is for people to be on the sim. So like for a music event or something like that, well, you really, you don't want to use 30,000 prims, then have 175 people like
with all their
dancing
scripts and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
They also, on these regions, offer extended chat ranges. So you won't have to shout to reach people that are, further away. They offer instancing as a service and rollbacks as a service. So there are some limitations to that, but, rollbacks is basically rolling the region back to a certain period of time. And instancing would be like a mirror sim or a duplicate sim. It's funny, though, because they have these, like, acronyms for them, like IaaS for instancing as a service, and RAAS for rollbacks as a service. And I looked at that and I was like, oh, this reminds me of RUSSs from The Princess Bride. So now whenever I see rollbacks as a service forevermore, I'm going to be thinking about rodents of unusual size.
I've never watched Princess Bride.
What?
Are
you serious? Really?
No. And do you know what? I've got a story. You and I have a mutual person. They would often make Princess Bride jokes when we were gaming in World of Warcraft, and I'd just be no good idea what you're talking about.
I feel it is absolutely necessary that you watch this movie.
Maybe I will sometimes. It's not my kind of film.
Me either.
Maybe I will.
But it's great. It's really good.
And I do like the chap that's in it as an actor. Was it Mandy? It's Mandy.
Oh, Mandy Patinkin. Oh, Maya has such a big crush on him. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
They also offer for these regions white glove concierge service, but do not tell us what the difference is between white glove service and what we get now as landowners. So,
well, I want to query that rollbacks as a service. I don't understand what that means. If I own a sim and I need a rollback, I request one, I get one. What's the difference?
what I think is going to happen is they're going to they're setting up a new tier. So they're probably going to say, okay, if you're a regular like landowner, then probably only get like 2 rollbacks a year. But if you have these large regions, you could get it as part of your service. They're going to implement, watch, that'll be next. They're going to implement some restrictions.
I mean, you request a rollback when there's a problem. So
well, you do, and I do. But some people request rollbacks like it's water. I know this isn't the opinion part of the podcast, but let me please put forth my opinion. If I was in Linden's shoes, I would say, okay, you get 1 or 2 free rollbacks as part of your concierge service. Not the white glove, but just a normal concierge service. And anything above that is going to cost you per instance. It would be a revenue stream for them.
I'm going to Google white glove concierge in case it's like a known thing.
Okay.
If you Google what is white glove concierge, it says a white glove concierge service is notable for its level of special care and attention. So it's supposed to be like it's elite concierge.
In addition, they're going to have 20% improved script performance on these new regions. They're saying, okay, you know what, through June 6th, so like in a month, you have 30 days to get these regions at $5.99. This is US, not Linden.
Yeah.
You can buy a region for $5.99. They are going to waive the setup fees through June 6th. After June 6th, it's going to be $9.99 US to set the region up, but that includes your first month of tier, and it's going to be $8.99 per month thereafter. So basically, there's going to be $100 setup fee. Yeah, it's a lot of money. $900 a month.
I saw this, I think it was on Twitter, and there was only one comment on the post, and it was somebody saying, this is a great idea, but this is far too expensive.
Well, that's why I kind of think, like, again, my opinion, but if I was with Linden, I would break down the costs so that people could really see, like, listen, this is what you're spending per avatar on your region, and this is what you would be spending per avatar on this region, and like, this is script performance on like a full region as we know it now, and this would be script performance on the enhanced region. So we could see like a side-by-side comparison. What
do you think this means for events, shopping events specifically? My first reaction, and this is, I haven't thought through it too much, but you look at somewhere like Uber that has 3 cams in. If it was me, I'd think about getting one of these and getting rid of the other 3 sims, because you wouldn't need it. If you can get 175 people on the sim, you don't need cam sims. But if you've only got 1 cam sim, I don't know whether I'd move to an event sim, because that's a lot of extra money. I don't think it's going to be cost favorable to most events to do this. They would have to put their prices up.
Or is Linden trying to get everybody to pay more for a higher level of service? In addition, let's see what they start to come out with as far as the restrictions on the service.
The price would have to go up per participant in a shopping event if they go down this route, which I don't think the market will bear at the moment.
Well, I feel like this is geared more toward actual like corporations, universities, large organizations coming into SL. Because $900 a month for them is like a drop in the bucket.
Exactly.
But for like actual humans, it's a lot of money.
For actual humans. Yeah, I think it's about, like live music performances and things like that and shows. We've seen, there was a test I saw on Twitter of something in another metaverse, live, using VR and stuff. So I think it's part of the gearing up for Second Life to have an audience that it doesn't currently have. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
It's time for questions.
Ooh.
The question is, what is one lesson your job has taught you that you think everyone should learn at some point in their life?
Oh, you answer that one, I think, because you've obviously thought about it because you've written your answer on our agenda.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that one of the most important things specifically in Second Life that we could really benefit from is the ability for people to separate business interactions and personal interactions. And listen, I work currently, and I have worked in the past, and I will work in the future with people who are my friends. And we can work together harmoniously even through conflict because we all have the same value system that business is business, and yes, it can get frustrating, and yes, tempers can flare. But at the end of the day, the relationship that we have isn't impacted by what's going on with the business. And in most cases, I want to say vice versa, although I will honestly admit that there have been a couple of times where the actions on a personal level were so devastating that there was no chance of carrying on a professional relationship thereafter.
Mine is similar, and it actually ties in with something I said last week around professional communication. If it's work, then communication should be done in a certain way that maintains a professionality. And that can be difficult when people are also your friends. But I think on the whole, if you communicate professionally with somebody when it's regarding a work situation, and then you have a different way of communicating with them when it's a friend situation or a personal thing, they actually respect you more because they know that they can't blur the lines if you're not. And I think it's about, like last week I said about have a set of criteria that you run your business by, and stick to it and maintain that for everybody equally.
I also think we really focus too within our management team when conflict arises and then it gets escalated to management. Sometimes we do kind of get our back up a little bit because people are frustrated or they're being aggressive or they're being unreasonable. It's very difficult to communicate with people when they're defensive about something. So we will get frustrated and we're really, really good about kind of checking each other and being like, am I just being emotional? Or is this, are you guys able to see what I'm seeing? Offer me the devil's advocate side of this so that I could determine if I'm just emotionally reacting.
How many times do I say that in management meetings? I'm just playing devil's advocate here, but...
I know. I know.
I was thinking more about communication with customers, and I guess I thought that because I tend to do a lot of customer communication with the advertising things. So my first thought was the people that I communicate most with are people outside of Seraphim, whereas you tend to communicate more with people inside.
Yeah. So I guess our perspectives too are a little different, but at the end of the day, it's kind of the same. So send in your questions, guys. Email us at contact@seraphimsl.com. I have the email up in the lower third of your screen right now. So
I'm so impressed.
I know. I'm super impressive.
Such a pro.
Yes, that is me. And speaking of professionalism, it is time to bust some myths.
Oh, let me turn the volume down.
I see the note on our agenda that says opera.
Yes!
Is that your suggestion?
An anonymous person emailed and asked for that.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Did you not see the email? I must have deleted it.
Oh, you must have.
Take it away.
Myth
It broke up a little bit for me, but if it recorded for you, that is marvellous. The bit that I did her was incredible.
Oh, thank you.
That could be incredibly good. It could be incredibly bad.
Just incredible.
We've got a myth fresh off the press.
Fresh myth.
Fresh myth. What's the myth this week, Dale?
The myth is that we collate and track user data. We don't completely not track data.
I think the word track is the bit that concerns people. And I mean, do we know what IPs look at our site? Every website in the world does. If you're attacked, how are you going to stop the attack if you don't know what IP is doing?
Right.
Can we see that data? I.e., can you and me see that data? Do we collate that data? Do we keep that data? Do we ever look at that data? No.
Nope.
Not unless we're getting attacked.
Mm-hmm.
And we have had a couple of instances where there's been attack. We've got a bit of software. We use Cloudflare as a security system. If Cloudflare notices that we're getting attacked by an IP, it auto bans that IP.
Yeah.
That's as much as it does.
Yeah. And once or twice, we've had to go in and unban people. Oh my God, we are monsters. What we do look at is analytical data. So we want to see how many hits a post gets. We want to see how many hits the site gets. We want to see the duration of how long people are spending on pages. We want to see click-through rates. That's how we make some of our decisions. We want to get user experience data, and that's through an analytics program.
That's randomized data. We can't tell, if you, whoever is watching this video now, then now opens Seraphim and looks at, I know, Fameshed page, I can't say, oh, that's Susan's 3725 residence looking at that page right now, because there's no way to link that IP with that person.
No. And we don't store data. That's why we don't have a cookies policy.
Yeah.
You would have to consent. So
yep.
Don't worry about it. It's really not happening. We're not doing anything untoward. We are not doing anything that is anything anyone else isn't doing.
In fact, we're doing less because we're not storing cookies.
Yeah, true.
Well, yeah, because nearly every site you go to in the world asks you to accept cookies. Seraphim doesn't ask you to accept cookies. So, in fact, we do less than most other websites. We just have some security on the site that every single site in the world has.
The views and opinions expressed in this segment are those of Seraphim team members individually and do not necessarily reflect the position or official policies of SeraphimSL.com. Any content provided during the editorial section of this podcast is not intended to malign anyone or anything. On New World Notes this week, there was an article introducing the new CMO, Chief Marketing Officer, and the new CISO, which is the Chief Information Security Officer at Linden. The CISO is a guy named Peter, I'm going to assume Capraro. I don't know how you would say his last name. He has been in security and IT roles over the last 25 years. And he's the first CISO that Linden has hired. So they're obviously becoming much more focused on privacy and security, which is probably brilliant considering like the things we talked about last week with privacy and security issues with the metaverse. The article, though, focused a little bit more on Stephen Fueling, who's the new CMO. Mm-hmm. So remember my conspiracy theory, guys, that Linden's getting ready for a giant push, right? All the ducks are lining up now. Now we've got the bigger regions. Now we've got a new CMO, the first chief marketing officer that Linden has ever hired. The interesting thing about him, not only does he look like William Hurt, but the interesting thing is he really does not have any discernible metaverse knowledge. He has not worked in this realm before.
Yeah, I personally don't think that's a bad thing, but yeah.
He has worked at Microsoft, Bloomberg, Disney, Fox, E-Trade, and GM, General Motors. He has some unbelievable corporate experience for industry-leading corporations.
Exactly. To create those brand links and those marketing projects and various things, it's a lot of marketing stuff is about contacts. And if they say the principles of marketing are the same no matter what the product is. So whether it's a widget or whether it's a metaverse, it's like the principles that sit behind marketing are the same principles that you follow. It's just the product is different. But in the case of pushing Second Life, it's going to be about relationships, and he's going to have relationships with just even the brands he's worked at.
Oh, yeah.
Let alone all the brands that he then worked with in those roles. And he'll come with ideas that somebody who's very tunnel visioned on metaverse may not think of, so they'll think outside of the box. I don't see it. I don't see many cons. We've had a big week here at Seraphim because our Belle is back. We said, I think, what was it, episode 4 or something? We said that Belle was poorly and that we wished her well and everything. Well, she came back this week. So we asked her to choose her find of the week to celebrate her return to Seraphim. And I must admit, she chose an item that I was on my short list, I gotta say. So she chose the Beach Walk Cottage from DAD, which is available at the 10th anniversary round of Vermeshed. She said this is such a great set because it not only includes the little weathered cottage, but the terrace, platform, deck, and stairs. So you can create your own layout for it. It's completely modifiable. So if you want to change the item, you can. The cottage itself is just 19 land impact. And the deck, platform, terrace, and stairs, if all rest together, is another 19 land impact. And she said, and don't forget, if you link the items together, the land impact will go down as well. You can get really creative and create your own style of boardwalk with this. This piece would look great on a small parcel or an extended pier on a large piece of land. The whole set is 890 linden and has the normal high quality build design we have come to expect from DAD. It's gorgeous. I gotta say, it's really pretty.
It is. It's so tempting to buy it. I just don't actually have use for it right now. But I think I still might go get it. I'm not even gonna lie. It's
one of those things. Yeah, it's one of those things that if you don't buy it now, in 6 months when you want it, you'll be like, "What was that item?
Right?
Where was it? And you can't remember, and then you get frustrated. So just go buy it now."
Yeah. I mean, the exact same thing will happen within my inventory, but that's okay. I think it's worth it.
So what's your favorite find this week now?
Well, as you guys know, we mentioned last week, and there was the early access giveaway last week for the Vermeshed 10th anniversary.
For the what?
Fame Shed 10th anniversary. It's so hard for me to say Vermeshed. Once somebody showed me Fame Shed, I never unsaw it. So, anyway, the dress that I picked out is from Just Because, and it's called the Farrah dress. It is stunning. It's really a beautiful piece. There's I mean,
they're always stunning from Annie, but yeah.
I know. Annie's, she's first of all, let me tell you, this woman herself is really an amazing person. And if you knew her even for 5 minutes, you would super want to support her. Like she's an incredibly wonderful and kind woman. And she has goats, and I love that.
She makes goat soap or something, didn't she?
That sounds
I've got
awful.
that.
Goat milk stuff, guys, not goat.
Yeah. Goat soap.
She's basically like got a farm, really.
Mm.
So, and she shares like when when the animals have babies and stuff. Oh, so cute. So anyway, let's get back to the dress. So this dress is rigged for Lara, Legacy, Legacy Perky, Cupra, Reborn. There are 18 color choices. I also love her color palettes. She just she nails it. And
she's got a petrol blue that is like my favorite color ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
a teal.
Her teal. Oh gosh.
Mm-hmm.
So you could get each individual dress for $3.99, or you just pick up the fat pack for $19.99.
Well, you two chose from Fameshed. I didn't. I chose from another event that is having an anniversary, and that is Cosmo.
Oh, I love Cosmo.
I know. You say that every time.
I
know. So my find of the week, I just love this. This is from Finca, which is a relatively new brand that's making quite a big impression.
Making quite a splash.
Decorators. Yes, they really are. So the item that I've chosen is the Cancun set at Cosmo, which is this outdoor bed, if you like, and various items that come with it. Now you can buy the bed on its own. The adult bed is 399 Linden. The PG bed is 299 Linden. But there are a bunch of items that can come with it: the beach bag, lamps, beverages, vase, towel decor, and also some like orange juice that you can holdable left hand and right hand orange juices.
Oh, you love the food stuff.
Food, meat and food, you know, it's all about the food. Actually, the thing that really caught my eye was the colors on the towel and the beach bag and everything. It's just stunning.
Yeah, very vibrant.
Yeah, so the whole fat pack in adult is $6.50 and in PG is $5.50, and it's stunning. Our giveaway this week is actually tied in with something that we're doing on the site, which is the Seraphim Home and Garden Survey. So we did a mesh head survey, we've done a mesh body survey. Now it's time to give some love to home and garden items. Now, it's a pretty in-depth survey, so the rewards are great. We actually have 8 5,000 Linden gift card / store credit to give away to 8 people that we will do a draw of when the survey closes in a couple of weeks' time. If you could take some time to fill it out and give like some really meaningful answers to it, we would really appreciate it. It really is going to help designers know what you guys want to buy, and you know where they should be focusing their work, and you know that makes a difference to all of us because we're all buying the stuff. So like, let's have some input into what they're making. The survey is on the site. The link is in the description. It's running for 2 weeks. So at the end of that 2 weeks, we will announce the winners along with the results on the site. Don't forget, next week, Seracast is live. We will be recording on the sim. We are giving away 2 complete makeovers, head to toe. To find out more, come along on the day or watch the video afterwards.
All right, guys, so follow us on our socials. They're all below in the description. Make sure that you're following us, like and subscribe, and hit the bell. We are dropping little like mini-sodes and outtake reels and things throughout the week. So if you're not subscribed and ring the bell for the notifications, you're missing out on some really like gold.
Comedy gold.
Comedy gold.
Not actual gold.
Yeah, not actual. All right, guys, we will see you Monday. Bye.
See you Monday. Bye. Are you recording?
Yes, I am recording. And I see both equalizers going. Say something again.
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 Yeah. Churchill.
Schedule. I don't know why I can't do like my Kess impression unless I'm like, "Rrr." You don't sound like that, but that's how it works for me.
So I saw this post and was like, we should talk about this post. And then you picked the same post.
Well,
It's like the day we picked the same dress.
we're just spending too much time together. Let's see what's in my bin. Still the ketchup.
Do I have anything in my bin? Oh no.
Probably an old dildo. Fucking ketchup. That was Sadie. Little bitch.
She didn't put anything in mine.
Wow, she clearly likes me better.